Hello again. Welcome to episode 4. As I start off each episode, again, thank you for continuing the journey with us. Thank you for your feedback, your encouragement, your subscriptions, and your comments. Again, if you have not emailed me at TheLeadershipDoctorSB@gmail.com for your free copy of the first 100 days, please do so. I'd love to share that resource with you. Today, we're talking about human-centered leadership in the AI era. AI can't replace this, the future of human leadership. AI is everywhere right now. Every week, there's a new tool, a new model, a new headline, a new panic. And if you're leading people in this moment, you're probably hearing two extremes. On one side, AI is going to replace everybody. And on the other side, AI is a trend, ignore it. Both are wrong. AI is not replacing everyone, but it is replacing certain tasks. And the leader who wins in this era won't be the one who knows the most buzzwords. It'll be the leader who knows how to lead humans through change. So today, I want to talk about a simple truth. AI can automate tasks. AI can accelerate outputs. AI can even support decision making, but AI cannot replace what your organization actually runs on: human trust, human meaning, human courage, human judgment, and human connection. That's the future of leadership. Not becoming more machine-like, becoming more human on purpose. The AI era is not just a technology shift, it's a leadership test. Because whenever technology changes fast, people don't just ask, how do we use this? They ask deeper questions. Will I still matter? Will my work still have value? Will I be left behind? Will I be treated like a person or like a cost center? And if leaders don't answer those questions with clarity, people always answer them with fear. That fear shows up as resistance. It shows up as cynicism. It shows up as disengagement. And sometimes it shows up as your best people leaving. So if you're leading in the AI era, your job is not just implementation. Your job is interpretation. Your job is emotional leadership. Your job is cultural leadership. Because the biggest risk with AI isn't the tech itself. The biggest risk is deploying powerful tools inside a low trust culture. That's when AI becomes a weapon. That's when people feel surveillance. That's when people feel disposable. That's when the organization becomes inefficient and hollow. And no secret, hollow organizations break under pressure. So what does human-centered leadership look like in the AI era? It's leadership that protects what makes people human while upgrading how people work. It's leadership that says we will use these tools, but we will not lose ourselves. Because the goal is not to build a workforce that competes with machines. The goal is to build a workforce that does what machines cannot do. Let's talk about what AI cannot replace. And I want you to listen closely because this is the heart of it. AI cannot replace trust. Trust is not a metric. Trust is a relationship. Trust is built through consistency, honesty, and care. Trust is what makes people tell the truth in meetings. Trust is what makes people take risk. Trust is what makes people stay when things get hard. And if you lose trust, you can buy all the software in the world and still fail. Because trust is the infrastructure of performance. When trust is high, communication is fast. When trust is low, everything slows down. People second guess. People protect themselves. People stop sharing what they really see. Everyone's in a CYA mode. So in the AI era, don't just ask, what tools should we use? Ask, what culture are we building while we use this tool? AI cannot replace moral judgment. AI can predict patterns. AI can generate options. AI can summarize, but AI cannot carry responsibility. AI cannot say this is right or this is wrong and then live with the consequences. Leaders do that. And in the AI era, moral leadership becomes even more important because AI can scale harm fast. It can scale bias fast. It can scale misinformation fast. It can scale bad decisions with confidence and speed. So human-centered leadership means you establish ethical boundaries. You create guardrails. Last episode, we talked about guardrails. You decide what you will not do, even if you can. Because just because you can automate something doesn't really mean you should. And your people are watching to see if you have a leadership spine. They're watching to see if you have values. They're watching to see if you protect them or exploit them. AI cannot replace empathy. And I don't mean performative empathy. I mean real empathy. The ability to perceive what people feel and respond with wisdom. Empathy is what helps you lead a team member who is scared they'll be replaced. Empathy is what helps you navigate conflict when someone feels threatened by a change. Empathy is what helps you build belonging when the workforce becomes more automated. Empathy is not weakness. Empathy is precision. It's information because people don't resist change. They resist loss. Loss of competence, loss of status, loss of predictability, loss of identity. Empathy helps you lead people through that. AI cannot replace courage. Courage is the willingness to tell the truth when it's inconvenient. Courage is the willingness to make decisions with incomplete information. Courage is the willingness to protect people even when it costs you something. Courage is the willingness to say, we're going to train our workforce instead of replacing them. We're going to slow down because people are burning out. We're not implementing that feature because it violates trust. In the AI era, courage becomes a competitive advantage because a lot of organizations will chase efficiency so hard they forget their humanity. And the organizations that keep their humanity will keep their talent. Machines can copy process. They can't copy culture. They can't copy trust. They can't copy meaning. They can't copy leadership. Now, let's talk about the tension leaders feel. How do I embrace AI without dehumanizing my people? Here's a human-centered AI approach built on 3 pillars: augmentation, transparency, and capability. First, augmentation, not replacement by default. Start with the question, how does AI reduce friction for humans? Not how does AI remove humans? Yes, roles will change. Yes, some tasks will be automated, but your posture matters. When leaders signal replacement, people respond with fear. When leaders signal augmentation, people respond with curiosity. Augmentation means we use AI to take low-value work off human shoulders. We use AI to reduce administrative burden. We use AI to accelerate research and insight. We use AI to improve service. And then humans do what humans do best: judgment, relationship, context, strategy, meaning. That's how you build a workforce that's stronger with AI than without it. Second, transparency. You cannot build trust in the AI era with secrecy. If you're using AI tools, people need to know what is being used, why is it being used, how is data handled, what is monitored, What isn't monitored? What decisions are automated? What decisions remain human? And here's a simple rule. If you can't explain it clearly, you don't understand it well enough to lead it. Again, if you can't explain it clearly, you don't understand it well enough to lead it. Transparency is respect, and respect is what keeps culture healthy during change. Third, capability. If you roll out AI without training, you create a two-class workforce, the empowered and the left behind. Human centered leadership means you invest in your people. You build AI literacy. You build confidence. You normalize learning. You normalize questions. You normalize experimentation. You create safe spaces to try tools without being judged. Because the AI era is not about perfection, it's about adaptability. And adaptability is built, not wished for. Now, let's talk about what leaders must do differently. First, lead with meaning, not just metrics. AI makes output easier. So what differentiates leaders is not the output, it's purpose. People want to know, why are we doing this? What future are we building? What are we protecting? The leader's job is to connect the tool to the mission because humans need meaning. AI doesn't. Humans do. Second, redesign work, not just add tools. A lot of leaders add AI on top of broken workflows and then wonder why people are overwhelmed. AI should reduce burden, not increase complexity. So ask, what work should disappear? What work should change? What work should remain human only? What decisions require human judgment? Human centered leadership is thoughtful design. Third, protect dignity. This is the heart of it. People want to be seen as valuable, not just useful. If you treat people as useful, they feel disposable. If you treat people as valuable, they feel invested and they feel invested in. So protect dignity by giving people voice, training, and pathways, and importantly, honesty. And say this with clarity. We are not building a future where humans are disposable. Because if people don't feel protected, they won't innovate. They won't create. They'll hide, they'll coast, they'll leave. Dignity is not soft. Dignity is performance. Dignity is retention. Dignity is resilience. Now, here's a practical model to carry with you. I call it the Human Leadership Triad. Three things human centered leaders must protect in the AI era. TAM, trust, agency, and meaning. TAM. Trust means people believe leadership is honest and consistent. Agency means people have influence over how their work changes. Meaning means people understand why the change matters. If you roll out AI and people don't trust you, the rollout fails. If you roll out AI and people have no agency, they're going to resist it. If you roll out AI and people lose meaning, they go detach. Trust, agency, and meaning. Protect those three, and you can lead through almost anything. Let me make this ultra practical with a script you can use with your team. Here's what you say. We're exploring AI tools because we want to reduce friction and improve how we work. We're not doing this to devalue people. We will be transparent about what we're using and why. We will invest in training so nobody gets left behind. And we will not automate decisions that require human judgment, dignity, or accountability. Then take it a next step and ask, what are you excited about? What are you concerned about? What do you want protected as we move forward? That conversation alone changes the emotional temperature in the room because people don't need you to have all the answers. They need you to tell the truth and build the future with them. Let me close with this. AI is powerful, but the future will not belong to the organizations with the most AI. It will belong to the organizations with the most trust. with the healthiest cultures, with leaders who can hold complexity without becoming cold, with leaders who can move fast without losing people. AI can replace tasks, but it can't replace human leadership that makes people feel safe enough to do their best work. So here's the charge for you today. Don't become less human to keep up with machines. Become more human to lead what machines cannot. That's the future of leadership. That's what AI can't replace. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the next episode. Until next time, be well.